Really? At the back? Again? What is my run of standing at the back in these races lately? This video is brought to you by the YouTube area of my website. Check out every single video series I've done categorized by game type alongside chronological playlists and extra info at brovie.com/YouTube. There we go, finally. God, the harmonic start takes a long time to get to me. This is going to have to be some comeback. We'll see what we get by the end. So, random compacts this race. There are 17 cars in the compacts class. Well, technically there's 16. We're talking about vanilla GTA here, of course. Technically there's 16, but it counts as 17 with the HSW version of the Brioso. So we got 17 cars in this race. Every single car from the vanilla GTA compacts class is represented, in addition to 3 others that are taking the place of some cars that aren't available. The compacts testing video should be out as well, probably the day before this video goes up, so you can, see how quick they all are. We're starting with the Asbo since this was my first car in real life. Good old Corsa. Likes to roll. So yeah, there's 3 cars in the vanilla GTA compacts class that aren't here on Project Homecoming. One is the Patrol DiNmiTe. One is the Arena Issy, so both of the non-raceable vehicles from the vanilla compacts class. And then of course the HSW Brioso RA. HSW isn't a thing on Project Homecoming. We've obviously got the Brioso RA, but instead of those 3 vehicles, I've added 3 Project Homecoming specific vehicles. We got the DiNmiTe DX taking place for the DiNmiTe Patrol. We've got the Brioso XL taking the place of the Brioso HSW. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the Issy V8 taking the place of the Arena Issy. I thought they were good enough representations and duplicates to stand in for those cars. Alright, blister first. We got 17 laps, 17 cars. As usual, it's going to be the case of it all comes together at the end. But considering I started basically at the back, I'm just going to have to see where I finish. Just try to have somewhat of a clean race and see where I end up. Still, harmonic start is better than doing a normal start and being in absolute misery when the back half of the field just crash in the first place. There's a lot more time with the whole field crashing than you do on a harmonic start. It's amazing my luck lately. Most of the races recently, the random races, whether they're random alls or part of the random more series when we do random selects or whatever, different kinds of random races, I always seem to be standing at the back. It's crazy. Okay, I think the DiNmiTe, the regular one, is going to be one of the slowest in the field, so kind of good that I'm getting this out of the way early. That was unnecessary. The Brioso 300 was buffed. So on Project Homecoming, the Brioso 300 is quicker than it is in vanilla GTA. Yeah, the testing video for the compacts class, for the vanilla GTA compacts class, will have gone up yesterday as you're watching this. All new lap times and whatnot. can't believe how close the Panto and the Rhapsody are. And everyone watching this live now isn't going to know what the relevance of that is because you haven't seen it. Brioso 300 wide body. I like this so much better than the regular Brioso 300. It's so much more fun. I say that. I think I said that the compacts testing video might have gone up the day before this one, but it's actually going to be the week before this goes up. I'll link it in the description and the pinned comment. No, maybe I'll link it in the pinned comment. But if anyone's interested, compacts is a fun class. It'll be a short video. But I actually tested the Patrol Dilettante for that one, for the retesting. So there's 2 non-raceable cars. And an HSW to make it all crazy. Alright, Prairie. Always used to be one of my favourite compacts. Back in the early days, we had some special moments in the Prairie. Won an MCEC race in the Prairie. That's the ACV8 with the no brakes. Look, me mentioning MCEC doesn't mean that the next season is confirmed. You keep doing this. You guys need to calm down. I'm allowed to talk about the Multi-Class Endurance Championship without it meaning that it's coming back. So the testing video after compacts is going to be vans. Here's the club. Maybe we'll do a van random select at some point. I like vans. I like the more obscure classes. Like I like testing industrial and commercial and all that kind of stuff that you don't normally race with. I don't know why. Compacts is like right on the edge. It's a little bit too mainstream. One of the very few small classes though. This and coupes out of like the raceable vehicles are the only ones that are like a normal decent size. Everything else is just so bloated. This might be one of my quicker laps in the club. Easily my best lap, but only by a second. I wonder what set that 119. Panto time! I've always preferred the Rhapsody over the Panto, personally. Remember when the Rhapsody and the Panto were at the top of the compacts class? Ah, good days. The Brioso 300 looks to be pretty slow. I think that's definitely the one bogey vehicle I've got remaining. Alright, Brioso RA. Not an HSW version. The HSW Brioso is mad. I think I'm going to mention it in the testing video that it basically drives like a rocket car. You have to sort of turn it and point it in the direction you want, like you have to do with, say, a Vigilante or a Rocket Voltic, and then you know, activate the rocket, and it's quicker. It's quicker than actually carrying speed through the corner because you want to activate that rocket as quickly as possible. And that's what the HSW Brioso's like. You got to get it turned in and just accelerate as early as possible because it's a monster in comparison to the compacts class. I wouldn't recommend using it in races though. Most of your laps will probably be crashes. Hey, straight into the Brioso XL. This is the vehicle that I put in place of the HSW Brioso RA. It's got the Brioso RA body, at least. And it's got somewhat of the acceleration for it. Yeah, I could have just gone with the 14 cars, but I wanted to have the full 17 at least represented in some way from the vanilla class. This is what an XL compact looks like. Panto, that was a Panto moment, that. Alright, what's next? Halfway through, Brioso 300, 3 Briosos in a row. It was just the 300 wide body that was missing from the collection. Got all the Briosos out of the way. To be fair, there were 4 of them out of 17. I'm only just realising that. 4 Brioso variants out of 17 cars. It's like ballers in SUVs. At least I've got the 2 slowest cars out of the way. I mean, the gaps in the compacts from top to bottom are definitely a lot less than they are for other cars. But at least that's the Brioso 300 and the DiNmiTe done. Doing alright so far, position-wise, but still 7 laps to go, 7 different cars. Thank you for the super chat. Alright, good old-fashioned Issy. It's got some pace on Project Homecoming. Has it been changed? Maybe. Or maybe it just got a good exit out of that corner. one of the very few compact class cars from when the game was released. Wasn't there only like 4? Yeah, there isn't a compact class on Project Homecoming, so I think this might be in the tuners class. A lot of the compacts are in the tuners class, so they might have got a bit of a bump in performance. That's also a point. I just got out of the Brioso 300, so this is going to feel very quick in comparison. That's true. And yeah, there's 3 Issies. 3 Issies and 4 Briosos. 2 different car types separate account for. There's the other Issy. There's one of the other Issies. They're classic. The Issy and the Brioso account for 7 different cars in the compact class. Am I going to get the, well, what is standing in for the Arena Issy on the next lap, which is the Issy V8? It's a possibility. Yeah, compacts. In 2013, when the game was released, I think there was only 4 cars. It was the Issy, the Blister, the Prairie, and the Dilettante. That was it. And then we had the, was it the Panto and the Rhapsody first, I think, as DLC compacts, and then we didn't get anything for a while, I think, until this. Might be wrong on some of those details, but compacts was very much like coupes in that it didn't get a lot of love for a while. To think 4 cars in a class. I like smaller classes. I feel like 30 is like the maximum that should be in any one class. Most of them now are above that. Between 20 and 30. Blister Kanjo, so not another Issy. Oh yeah, the Brioso RA was Cunning Stunts, wasn't it? 2016. The Blister Kanjo is absolutely horrific on vanilla GTA though. Do not buy or drive this car. You'll regret it. It's been fixed on Project Homecoming, but the toll values, it's one of those sentient handling vehicles. Retesting it was not fun. Awful, awful machine. All right. We got 4 cars left. We've got 2 of the stand-ins still to go, with the Dilettante DX standing in for the Patrol Dilettante, and the Issy V8 standing in for the Issy Arena. There's the Issy V8. Gotta be careful on the brakes, no ABS, they lock up. But it's quick in a straight line once it gets going. It's gotta be nice and easy in the corners. And not do what we saw that Issy V8 do earlier into this hairpin. Brake now. Work the treat. And then we can put the power down again. Brake maybe now. Damn, being on point with the braking points, he says. Ah, I got Issy V8'd. That was nothing I could do about that. Disappointing. That might have been my best lap up until that moment. That could have been a lot worse though. That could have been a lot worse. Decent enough save. Rhapsody. I think the Rhapsody is my favourite in the compact class. Such a great car. I wonder how much time I lost from that. That's been my only... It's been my only mistake, really. My only time loss. I've had a pretty clean race other than that. And well, it wasn't really a mistake. There was nothing I could do. Just did not like that bump. So I've still got that DiNmiTe DX to come, and what's the other car that I've got? I'm drawing a blank. It's going to be something in the mid-pack. Oh, the Weevil. It is something in the mid-pack. Alright, what's it going to be? Weevil or DiNmiTe DX for my second last lap. I'd be happy to keep a top 10, given I started right at the back. DiNmiTe DX. I'm chasing down a regular DiNmiTe. Oh, that was close. Where's he going? So this is taking place for the Patrol DiNmiTe, which is basically just a DiNmiTe, just it doesn't get upgrades. And I've got the Weevil on the next lap. 8 seconds is a massive gap to 7th place. Might have had a chance to battle for that 7th place without that issy V8 spin. But a Weevil isn't gonna, unless there's a DiNmiTe or a Brioso 300 to come for someone in the front, like RBS, or I think there's a couple of people ahead there as well. What's it gonna be? Panto? Yeah, I'm not catching a Panto. Weevil for the final lap. I'm kind of alone. Once I pass this back marker. Eight seconds ahead, 8 seconds behind. In 8th place. Can you believe it? Managed to keep it clean though. I'm pretty happy. Considering I started in 31st place, to climb back through to get a top quarter, that's not too bad. I had a clean race. I think that issy V8 crash maybe cost me 1 or 2 places looking at the map and the time differences, but maybe not even that. It was close for 6th and 7th. Wow. Oh, it was 1,000th of a second between 6th and 7th. I would have been right in that without that issy V8 spin. I would have been right in that battle, I think. But top 5, I don't think was going to happen. But from 31st on the grid, that was a nice little race. Nice little comeback. It was only 6 tenths between 2nd and 3rd as well. Close finishes all over the place. And 4 tenths between 4th and 5th. There really was close finishes all over the place. It all came together at the end. It absolutely did. As it always does. It all came together at the end.